Well, tomorrow marks yet another major deadline for the U.S. government to pass a spending bill to try and avoid a government shutdown.
Last night, the House voted through a spending package that would fund some agencies until September, but it still has several hurdles on the clock ticking, and with the possibility of a shutdown does pose massive uncertainty for our local military community.
So joining us now to talk more about the impact and the efforts to help our service members here is Mark Pregmon, the Vice President of Consumer Lending from USAA. Mark, good morning to you. Good to have you here with us. So we're just talking about, this is going to be a partial shutdown if it does happen. Who exactly would this impact, and how big of an effect would it have on families? We're essentially talking about missing paychecks.
Yeah, there are two episodes coming up. One tomorrow, which is midnight, and 9th would be the first paycheck. It's VA. It's a smaller population is on this one. The next big one is the 23rd of this month, and that's a big one. That affects all the military, the Department of Defense. It's much larger. So you think about 20% of federal employees impacted this time, but it's going to be another 80% if they don't pass their appropriations bill by the 23rd.
And you were estimating more than 1 million, at least.
At least here in San Antonio. It's big.
So what do you all have in place? It's nothing new for you either.
No, it's not.
You being USAA.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. I would say that I was military. I've been a USA member for over 30 plus years. My dad, I was a military brat. My dad was in the Air Force and always USA. I remember USA being there for my parents. And this is big. Missing a paycheck could be a big thing. So what we do for this, if you have a checking account and you have your check deposit at least 30 days before the event, we'll give you an interest-free loan. So for up to your one paycheck, which is big. If you think about that, for most families, one paycheck missed is big, especially when they live in paycheck to paycheck.
What's the payback terms?
So basically 60 days to the first payment and 0% interest, no fee, and they have then 90 days to pay it after that.
Yeah.
So it's very flexible.
And especially now, I think most families are facing something else we didn't face as much before: inflation and the rising cost of food and utility bills and just everything to add to that.
That's correct. I read recently about 50% of people who are working today they're paycheck to paycheck. So one missed paycheck could be a big deal, especially in the military. It could be a big incident. Gas prices are higher, energy prices are higher, inflation costs are just higher. So that paycheck to paycheck, one missed paycheck can make a big deal.
Now, I don't know if you have the answer to this. Sorry to put you on the spot, but you have any idea? It's happened before.
It has.
How many people took advantage of it the last time this came around?
The last one was prior to 2020. It was very small. It only impacted the Coast Guard. It was very, very small. But this is the 5th time in 7th month. You think about they're on edge about it.
Sure.
They're hearing this. And I've even heard some of our members saying, think about buying a car. I'm holding off because I don't know what's going to happen here. I just can't afford to miss a paycheck.
So should this happen, especially the bigger shutdown that would affect a lot more people, what would you recommend is the best way for people to get help and approach you guys? Do they just call you, or
yeah? So if you're their current member, it goes up on it. We have a playbook we execute, and so we have like a clock that just ticks down. So they can go to our website. They can see it's only just an interest-free loan. They may not have a paycheck, but say they have a car loan. We give them a 60-day extension on their car loan. There's no fee. If they have a mortgage payment, if they have a home equity payment, they get extensions on that. If they have a CD and they need to tap into that CD and they don't want to take advantage of the loan, there's no breakage fee that they have to pay to get that CD to access those funds, or maybe pay bills that they can't pay because of that missed paycheck.
So go to your website to learn about the programs that you guys are offering.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
Well, hopefully it won't be needed. They'll come to a deal and we'll get this done.
So.
Mark Pregmon with USAA. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark. All right, let's turn